Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Ali Siddiq.
Hey, you know, it's certain things in this world that make me laugh, right? The funniest statement in the world is this to me. I don't care who say it, when I hear it, I'm gonna fall out laughing. You know I know karate, right? It just tickles me to death because my daddy, this was his saying. My daddy would say this out of nowhere. You know I know karate. And nobody ever questioned it. And I've never seen my daddy do no karate. I never seen him watch a karate movie. He didn't own no karate shoes. He just... And you know everybody owned a pair of them karate shoes. He never even bought me no karate shoes, talking about he know karate. The thing about it was nobody would question it because my dad is 6'3", and he wore boots all the time. So that'd make him 6'4", 6'5". You know what I'm saying? And I saw my daddy do this one day. Him and this dude was arguing. My daddy said, and dude just backed off. I say, man, don't let him do that to you. Because I know this man don't know no karate. I know my daddy didn't know karate. But nobody ever questioned it. Okay. And my dad had to be the funniest person I've ever met in my life. And I'm grateful for, because, okay, my daddy wasn't, I'm not going to say he wasn't the best daddy. He was not ideal. I'm just gonna throw that out there. He was not ideal, but I am grateful for the time that we had. You know, my daddy, and all these stories is about to be about my daddy. Cause my mama think that, and she by right, my mama think I'm a good man because of her. No, I'm a responsible man because of my mama. I'm a good man because of my daddy. And I'm not talking about because he was a good man. I'm talking about I just never wanted to do none of the shit that he did. No, y'all don't understand. This nigga was off the chain. Do you understand? and my daddy's decisions in life are still haunting me right now. Okay, I'm gonna start. I'm not even gonna start where I was gonna start. I'm gonna tell y'all this first because y'all need to understand where I'm at with this. I'm in the club last year. Me and my road manager, Dre, this is me in the club. And Dre standing by me, and I just dance in the club by myself. I'm just, I don't need no help. I'm just in there with my thing, just. And then I look up, and this dude is looking at me. And I turn, I say, Dre, old boy over there looking at me. If I catch him looking at me a little longer, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna say something. Dre like, man, who looking at you? I said, nigga, I just told you somebody's looking at me. Listen to me. I'm in here moving my hips and shit. I don't like no nigga looking at me while I'm moving my hips, nigga. Nigga, don't look at me, nigga. I felt vulnerable. Nigga looking at me while my hips moving. I don't like that shit. but I'm an R&B. I love R&B. So these R&B songs, the DJ keep playing R&B songs, and I'm like, oh, don't do that to me right there. So then one of these little line dances, to me a line dance, come on, and I'm in the corner trying to get it. I'm like, this shit hard. So, I look over and old boy still looking at me. So I say, Dre, stay right here, I'm finna go see what the time it is. I walk over, I say, say my man. Bro, you got a lot of eye contact coming over there by me, bro. What's all that about? He say, I'm looking at you. I said, for what? You know, my back got big immediately. And then the man hit me, because he's sitting down. He's talking about, because I think we got something in common. I was like, nigga, no, we don't got nothing in common, nigga, besides we black and in this club, that's it. He said, man, can I talk to you outside? I said, you damn sure can, come on out here. We get outside, old boy about 6'3". About 6'3", but that don't mean nothing to me. I don't have no weight class and no height class. And he said, man, I just, I'm looking at you because I think me and you have the same father. I say, nah, you don't look like my daddy. But the nigga do though, a little bit. He do. The nigga do look like my daddy a little bit. Just he do. This nigga do. But I'm still my jaw tight. I'm like, nah, you don't look like my dad, nigga. He said, nah, I think we got the same father. I said, nah, bro, it's just it's us four. You know what I'm saying? It's my older sister. She 53. You know what I'm saying? I'm 51. And this nigga gonna tell me, well, I'm 52. Nigga, don't be trying to add no numbers in, nigga. That don't mean shit. Trying to be in between us with the 52 shit. You should have said your age first, nigga. Don't be trying to. Somebody, now I'm 52. I'm born in November. I'm trying to calculate. My sister's August. This nigga talking about November. I'm October. My little brother, he different though. My little brother, we met him. I was 18 when I met this nigga. He's September. And now my youngest sister, which my daddy was trying to stay in line with me. My oldest son is 31. My brother 34. My oldest daughter 26. My youngest sister 23. He trying to still stay young. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know he know karate, so you know. And I say, bro, I don't think so. Somebody, nah, I ain't saying I don't want nothing from you. I know who you are. I don't want nothing from you, but I think that we got the same daddy, and it's not like I'm trying to get something from him, because I never met the nigga. Now right there, I'm tight. I get tight. I was like, nigga, it don't matter if you met him or not. Nigga, you trying to claim him right now. I say, bro, you better watch your tone when you talking about Lenny Gaines, because even though he wasn't the best father, we loved him, homeboy. He talking about, man, I never really met him. My mama just told me about it. I said, who your mama? And he said, this lady named Denise. I'm thinking about mine, not the Denise that came out of house. Hey, your mama Denise, huh? I say, bro, I don't know, man. Man, listen, bro, you may be in here drinking. You know I done had me a little margarita. Bro, we can just give me your number, dog. We'll talk tomorrow. He gave me his number and he walked off. And I turned to Dre. I said, Dre, this nigga walk just like my daddy. Next day, he called me. Because I texted him and he called me. And I said, hey, man, we got to figure out, if you are or you're not. I told my older sister. My older sister straight up said, I ain't fucking with it. Off the top, I say, I'm going to get a picture of him and I'm going to send it to you so you can see him. Man, I sent that picture of my sister, because my sister's she on one. I still ain't fucking with it. I sent it to my little brother. My little brother like, shit. He looked just like us. And I said, man, I don't really know. I texted him again. I said, hey, man, send me a picture of your mama. Because this gonna clear it up for me. You know what I'm saying? And I say, before you send me a picture of your mama, send me a picture of your feet. I need to see this nigga feet. All of us got the same feet. If you got my grandma's feet, then you us. And I'm thinking, he ain't gonna do that. This grown ass 52-year-old man ain't gonna send me a picture of feet. That nigga feet was lotioned up when he sent them to me. This nigga feet was smooth and black as hell. I say, yeah, this nigga got our feet, dog. He got our feet. But I need to see this mama. Because I know what my daddy like. I done seen all my daddy little jonks. I know what he like. She gotta be somewhere between 4'11" and 5'3", cinnamon brown, long, natural hair. He sent this picture. I looked at that picture and I called my sister and my brother on through it. I said, hey, we got a new brother. Because this is damn sure our brother. Now, I'm still finding out about kids. Somebody walked up to me the other day and said, hey, you might be my brother. I said, oh, shit. Because my daddy was, I don't know if you gotta appreciate what he was, 'cause this man was insane. Okay, so another story about my daddy. Huh? Who said? You can't hear me? You got to turn that miracle ear up if you want to, because ain't nobody else complaining besides one person. I can't hear you, shit. Well, don't look at me. Look in your seat like this. You go. We recording something, lady. You can't be hollering out shit. Tap the person in front of you. What did he say? They go, he talking about his daddy. When I went to go live with my daddy, can't satisfy everybody, dude. So when I was living with my father, because I made a decision at 10 to go live with my pops. And my pops had a different way of parenting. He was not ready. He really wasn't ready to be no parent. That's just straight up. My daddy was really just using me. No, y'all don't understand. This was his go-to. He'd come home with a lady, and he'd be like, yeah, you see what I'm doing? Taking care of my son. I'm like, nigga, I've been here 3 weeks. Nigga, what are you talking about? Nigga, I don't even know you like that. What you talking about? Don't be bringing me into your little conversation on what? Now, but my daddy was tripping. I told y'all before, my daddy had me selling these pills and for him when he was gone. And he was out. My daddy also sold cocaine, powder cocaine, right? My daddy started the carrier service downtown. My daddy was the first DoorDash. 1979, my daddy was first DoorDash. You would page him and say you need something, he'd bring it to you. So, he was bringing folk lawyers, cocaine downtown. And it was called nose candy back then. That's when it was called nose candy. You know what I'm saying? Some of the old players in here know you do like that, nose candy, right? So, my daddy would forget to give me lunch money sometimes. He'd just leave and he'd forget. So I remember it was October, and this drugstore called Eckers Drugs used to sell assorted bags of candy, right? And so I bought some of the candy after Halloween, and I separated all the stuff in the candy. It had Now Laters, Blow Pops, Jolly Ranchers, and I'm selling candy at school, right? So, and I'm selling candy at school for at least a month or two, and Miss Cunningham is the principal. Miss Cunningham confiscated my candy and my money, okay? And she called my father. And this is the worst thing in the world. It's like this. They called him to come up to the school, and he mad at me because I'm interrupting his day. He come in, hey, yeah, them people that called me. I gotta come down to your little school in the morning and shit. I got things to do, goddamn. You got me coming down there. Don't worry about catching a little bus or walking. I'm gonna take you to school. And so we riding it all the way. I can't believe these folks done got me down here. I say, man, I got some stuff confiscated. You around here getting shit confiscated? I said, yeah, she just took my candy. Yeah, I'm finna see what's going on. We get in the office, and he in there just being too fly. What's happening? What's happening with y'all? And before he even get back there with Miss Cunningham, it's a secretary, and he in there, he like, what's up, little brown skin? Man, just see the lady and let's get out of here. He like, I can't be nice, damn. So he getting there with the lady, Miss Cunningham. So what brings me down here? This is how he talking. What brings me down here? He said, I just want to let you know that the school is a non-profit organization. You cannot sell things at the school. He said, well, shit, y'all be sending that box of chocolate home and shit. What's up? Yeah, that world famous. He can sell that world famous shit. That was my first little door-to-door sales. You want it with almonds or without almonds? It's $1. So they done confiscated my candy, and Miss Cunningham pulls out this big bag of candy and said, yes, this is what he has been selling at school. And my daddy like, okay. Well, he's selling candy and shit, huh? Okay. And then she pulls out this big bag of change. And now my daddy is interested. And he slides the change towards him. And Miss Cunningham pulls the change back. She's like, hey, he's been making money up here and he can't do this. And my dad like, okay, all right, so he will not be doing that any longer. Okay, we good, okay. And then she slides the bag of candy and say, hey, you can take this home. And my daddy said, what about that change? Is that us or that's y'all? She said, no, I'm gonna give that to you too. So my daddy got the bag of change. We in the car riding home. My daddy is on my neck. I can't believe your ass done got busted down here selling candy. The whole time I'm thinking, but you sell nose candy though. We get home. He coming there, hey man, listen here. Don't have me come back down that goddamn school. You take that candy and you sell that candy off premises if you need to sell something. All y'all be on the bus and walking home and shit. You sell it to them on the bus and all that. And I said, hey, what about that bag of change? My daddy got tight with me. He came in, so you want this little bag of change and shit? Yeah, take your little old money, take your little money. And don't ask me for no goddamn lunch money. I said, I hadn't been asking you for lunch money. He said, yeah. So you ain't gonna pay me nothing for my gas coming down there. He gonna tell me, I'm the one got your money back. I say, how much you want? Shit, how much you willing to give me? My father was very different, very different. He would leave me with his brothers. And my uncles are not people that you leave a child with. Because they didn't have no regulation on what they would do in front of me. And so I'm a different person because I've been left with people who had no type of responsibility for what a young child would see. I'm 10 years old, and my daddy left me with my Uncle Mac, which is my favorite uncle on his side of the family. My Uncle Mac, look here. You gonna roll with me all day today. He drove a Mercury Cougar. Long blue joint, and he had pillows in the back of it, and the pillows said Black Mac in the back. And so what I perceive, still to this day, as a gangster is different from what young boys perceive as a gangster. Gangsters that I saw had on suits every day. They dressed up, dressed shoes, they looked like everybody else in society. And my Uncle Mac, he was a gangster. And this how he walked. Look here. Come on, let's roll. And we in the car, and my Uncle Mac, we riding. And he see this dude go in the corner store. My Uncle Mac, hold on, how do you get out of there? And he backed up in the street. He said, look here, I'm finna run in this store real quick. And he said this saying that every child and every person in my family has heard. And the first time I heard it, it was from my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? Because this is when you couldn't take kids in the liquor store. My Uncle Mac grabbed his hammer and took his jacket off and looked me in my face and said, hey, I'm about to run in here real quick. Don't let nobody kidnap your ass. First time I ever heard it was from my grandmother. I'm 6 years old with my grandmother. I'm 6. She about to go, my grandmother drank gin, so you couldn't take kids in the liquor store back then. So she about to go in this liquor store. My grandmother get out and roll, and she looked back in the window. Look here. I'm about to go in the liquor store. When I come back, your ass better be in the car, you understand me? Don't let nobody kidnap your ass. So I'm just in the car. I'm 6. I see this man in a suspicious van. I roll the window down. I say, hey, if you think about kidnapping me, it ain't gonna happen. There's a lady in that liquor store that I'm way more scared of than you. And I don't know, I gotta ask. Men that's in here that's over 50, if you're over 50, make some noise, if you're over 50. I just got a question. Were curves higher back then? Were they higher back then? Because in my mind, I think they had to be, because Because my Uncle Mac, when he got out the car, Uncle Mac, he got his suit jacket off and he got the hammer and he walking like this. And he get to the curb and he jumped up. In my mind, curve gotta be higher because my uncle is 6'3". Why would he be jumping up a curve? And he is in that store. He's in the store, maybe 45 seconds. 45 seconds. And he come running out the store. It's like a run, skip. Because he got on dress shoes. He like this. And he jumped in the car and threw the hammer in the back and handed me a pile of bloody money. And he said, here, count that for me. And burnt off. And I'm thinking, did my uncle just rob the store? No. I hear him mumbling to himself. He said, yeah, motherfucking Kenny think he gonna owe me money around here buying shit. He got to pay me first. I don't think that's how you're supposed to collect money, sir. And I'm telling y'all that story to lead into this. Now, that was when I was 10. 11, I'm 11 years old. I'm at my dad's job with my dad. 2600 block of Louisiana Street in Houston. We at this building in the Salad Port. And my dad would get mad at me about things that he has, subjected me to. I'm in the car and my dad is outside the car. Him and this guy, they talking. And then they start arguing. And the dude pushed my daddy. And my daddy pushed him back. Watch out now. You know I know karate. Him and my daddy start tussling. My daddy slipped, because my daddy got on dress shoes. He slipped. And the dude jumped on top of my daddy, and he's about to hit my dad in the face. I'm in my dad's car, and in my dad's car, there's a hammer. And before that man could hit my daddy in the face, I got out and hit that man with that hammer. And the man leaned over and my daddy looked right in my face and said, God damn it! You done hit my best worker in the goddamn head with a hammer. What type of shit are you on? We argue every Friday about this money. Give me this goddamn hammer. Where you learn some shit like that at? We get home, and let me give you another little piece of this story. My Uncle Mac never liked rap music. He never liked rap music until MC Hammer came out. And I don't even think he knew a whole song. All he knew was just one part of MC Hammer. And he would say it all the time. If you front on the hammer, you will be rewarded. We get home, and my daddy is talking to my Uncle Mac. He said, man, can you believe this little violent little nigga? Yeah, he gotta stop watching that TV. He picking up shit. My Uncle Mac said, what happened? Man, I'm out there tussling. You know what, kid? He done hit this nigga in the head with a hammer. I say, where you get some shit like that from? And my Uncle Mac said, and looked at me and winked his eye to my, if you front on the hammer, you... This is terrible. This is terrible. My daddy, I grew up never liking birthday parties. I never liked birthday parties because I realized that my daddy would be using my birthday party just to get back with my mama. It's my birthday, so my daddy gonna come over and try to get back with my mama on my birthday. And I never liked birthday parties. But, and then what's crazy thing is, me growing up, I remember when my birthday party was a dual party. It was a dual party. The first part was for me. And then it turned real grown. I'm 6 years old, and we having a party. And I knew I should have known something because there was too many grown people. There was a lot of grown people at a child's party. And they was coming dressed up. They was like, why you dressed up, nigga, wait for me? And my sister, she knew, because my sister's older than me, she knew. I remember going upstairs just to pee. Went upstairs to pee, and then I came back downstairs, and my sister stopped me, saying, hey, it ain't your party no more. She said, come on now, you smell that different smell down there. And the music is different. It's this song, and I love this song to this day. It's by Marvin Gaye. You know, I used to go out the party and stand around. Yeah, I can't sing, but I know that's the song. Okay? And I'm standing right on the base of the steps, and my uncle, Alfred, my daddy's brother, he come by and he dancing with this woman named Rosalind. Yeah. Rosalind changed my whole scope of what I wanted in a woman. Rosalind made it different. At first, I used to just like what my daddy liked. Some cinnamon brown, short, but Alfred came in there with Rosalind. Rosalind jet black, and she thin, and she ain't wear no panties with them slacks, huh? That lady booty was juicy, you know what I'm saying? I'm 6 years old, I'm like, ooh, I like that, nigga, I like that. I was like, ooh, nigga, Rosalind. And y'all gonna understand, this is the late 70s, and men still dressing a little different than what they dress like now. Men had a lot of masculinity, you know, back then. And my uncle, I'm gonna describe these outfits. My uncle, Alfred, got on some black slacks with no belt loops, just like mine right now. No belt loops, and they buttoned over here somewhere. And he has on a blouse. I don't care what he say, he has on a blouse. Nigga on the blouse. It's very silky, and it's buttoned down to his navel. And he dancing with Rosalind. And he looked at me, he said, nephew, what's wrong with you? Why you looking sad at your party? I said, man, I wanted some of my cake. He said, shit, get you some. I said, I want some, but it's a dude over there eating my cake with his hand. And the dude, let me tell you what he got on. Let me tell you what he got on. He got on some blue slacks with a fishnet wife beater. Got on a fishnet wife beater. He had these little rectangle glasses, and this nigga over there eating my cake with his bare hand. And my uncle look over there. He said, shit, he is somebody over there eating your cake with his bare hand. Let me go over there and talk to this nigga real quick. And I watched my uncle dance through a whole crowd of people. What's up, boy? I'm gonna be right back. And the music is loud and you can't really hear what's being said, but I know body language. My uncle get over there. And dude like, what was it? And I watched two men dance through an audience to follow each other outside. Me and my sister ran upstairs. We ran upstairs because they outside. They were outside in front of the house. We ran upstairs and opened the window. Now we can hear. And my Uncle Alfred said, hey, nigga, man, what type of monkey shit you in there doing? Eating motherfucking cake with your bare goddamn hands. This ain't even your cake, nigga, and who invited you to the party? And old boy ain't backing down. He said, man, I eat what type of motherfucking cake I want to eat. Nigga, and what you gonna do about it? My uncle say, nigga, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something like this. Bah! Knocked the old boy out by a Pontiac Sunfire. I don't know who car that was. I don't know who car that was. My uncle came back in the house. I'm on the steps. My uncle come by me dancing with the cake. You want some cake? I said, no, I still don't want no cake. My daddy come out there. Hey, man, there's a nigga outside laying down by the Pontiac Sunfire. My dad was, he was a different type of person. And I gotta respect him for what he was. And as he got older, I had to help my pops. And you know, you find out things about your parents that you didn't know. So I used to be in the streets. I used to be a street pharmaceutical rep, which is very frowned upon, right? I come on the block. I'm on this block called Wood Fair. I come on the block and these young boys are bragging about they just robbed these two old dudes. I said, word? I said, what y'all get? He said, shit, let me show you. So they pull out the stuff and I said, yo, put that in that bag right there. They say, damn, you gonna take our stuff? I said, you took it from somebody, didn't you? Man, what's up? I mean, put the shit in the bag, bro. Just put it in the bag. And goddamn. I say, man, I ain't gonna say the shit again, bro. You know how I get down. I'm looking at you. Put the shit in the bag, and we gonna call it even. Young boys put the shit in the bag. Man, goddamn, nigga, you just round here roughhousing a nigga. I'm like, all right, boy. So, take the bag, and I go to my pop's house. I walk up, I say, hey, here go your shit, bro. He said, man, I say, was you over there smoking, nigga? My daddy with this other dude, talking about, nah, man, I'm with this nigga. This nigga got me robbed and shit. I said, all right, because you know over there, it don't nothing be but dope fiends over there on Woodfair, bro. You shouldn't be over there. And if this nigga smoking, you shouldn't be with it. And dude ain't saying nothing. My daddy just said, this nigga got me over there. I said, he asked for a ride, and then I'm over there with this nigga, and all of a sudden we pent up. All right, cool. So I bounced, and then 3 days later, I just happened to be at my mama's crib, and I say, Mama, you know something? Daddy got robbed, and, you know, I got his stuff back. I knew the dudes. And she said, he was probably out there smoking. I said, no, he don't smoke no dope. My mama looked me in my face and said, boy, I done put your dad in rehab twice. I'm hot. I go back to my daddy's house. I say, hey, man, I thought you said you wasn't fucking smoking. You know what I'm saying? I heard that you was smoking. He's talking about, who told you that? Your mama? Man, your mama violated my HIPAA rights, dog. She... always saying some shit. Violate your HIPAA rights. Yeah, you signed a contract. You ain't supposed to say nothing about somebody being in rehab. I say, man, you gotta stop this smoking shit, dog. He's like, man, I ain't smoked that much. So then he get clean. My pops get clean, right? And I'm 43 years old. My mama called me to her house. I get over there, I say, what's up, Mama? She said, I need you to do me a favor. I said, what you got? She said, I need you to get your daddy to sign these divorce papers. What? I said, y'all not divorced? Y'all ain't been together since I was like 4 or 5 years old. Talking about he would never sign the papers. He would never sign the papers. I said, what? So I got to go to Alexander, Louisiana, from Houston, to get my daddy to sign the papers. And I didn't tell him why. I called him. I said, hey, man, I'm finna run down there and see. He said, good. You being a good son, come see your father. I get down to Louisiana. My daddy looking good. I say, hey, I need you to sign some papers for me. He told me, shit, I ain't know anything for you, baby. What you finna leave me something? No. I said, ain't you supposed to be leaving me something? Hey, man, you the one with all the success and shit. I said, now, Mama needs you to sign these papers. What papers? I said, divorce papers. That man said, oh, your mama still on that bullshit. And then go holler out, Joanne, bring me a Coke in here. This nigga been with Joanne for 15 years. This nigga talking about my mama is still on some bullshit. He said, man, you gotta get that shit notarized. I said, man, my partner, a notary, he rolled down here with me. Oh, so you just got everything together, huh? I said, man, I just need you to sign the papers so I can get out of here. He said, man, this some bullshit. Hey, man, give me a pen, man. Give me a pen, because I'm just hurt. I'm just hurt. You just a hired gun for your mama, huh? Just a hired gun. And he signing the papers, still saying, she talking about, man, this is the end of an era. So he signed the papers, my man notarized them, and that man looked me right in my face. I said, man, I'm finna go, bro. I'm gonna come back down and visit you. My daddy looked at me and said, tell your mama, don't give up on love. I said, this is the craziest person I've ever met in my life. My dad had a thing about how he dressed. My dad always wore tailor-made suits. This is when he was on his note. Because it's not a lot of men can say how they felt about their pops. I really wanted to look like this man. He was tall, dark, jet black, had a lot of charisma about himself. But he just wasn't an ideal father. My dad asked me one time, I'm sitting at his house, and my daddy said, man, why you don't never say nothing bad about your mama on stage? Out of nowhere. I said, man, it's not a lot of bad stuff to say about my mama. My dad said, shit. You must don't realize I knew your mama before she was your mama. I said, man, I don't know no bad stuff about my mama. My daddy said, you know something? Stay right here. I'll be right back. My daddy walked back in and put a picture down, upside down. The picture was upside down. He put it down there. I'm talking about, yeah, turn that over. And I said to my dad, I said, hey, say, bruh, I love you, dawg. I love you with everything in me, but I promise you, if I turn this pitch over and my mama is in any type of compromising position, if my mama's doing anything that she is unbloused, nigga, I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna be some shit in here, I'm trying to tell you. Cause you ain't got to do me like that. You ain't got to put my eyes on no bullshit. My daddy, man, just turn the pitch over. Just turn the pitch over, yeah, just turn it over. My mama's not even in this picture. Do you understand? My mama's not even in the picture. It's a picture of me and him. I'm on my daddy's shoulders. I'm about 5 years old. I'm on my daddy's shoulders. And I said, man, what does this got to do with my mama? Talking about, yeah, you see the picture, huh? Yeah, where you at? I said, it looked like a concert. Yeah, how did you get there? I said, I don't know, I've never seen this picture before. Yeah. You wanna hear a story, Mr. Story Man? I got a story for you. Yeah. Your mama called me, right? And it's a Saturday. She said, hey, can you keep your son? I said, hey, Carol. That's my mama name, Carol. She said, hey, Carol, I got something to do tonight. I'll keep that boy Sunday. My mama said, well, I need you to really keep him on Saturday. My daddy said, look here, Carol, I done told you I got something to do Saturday night that I can't cancel. I'll keep that boy Sunday. Now, my mama had been calling my daddy, and he wasn't answering the phone, according to him. Wasn't answering the phone, right? Now, I'm gonna stop this story and I'm gonna give you another story before I go to this story. I know that I am a better father than my father was. And I'm supposed to be. Just by my son's first concert and my first concert with my father. My son Hassan, he's 11. His first concert was Earth, Wind, and Fire. And he asked to go. My son came in to me and said, Father, because he's very upper crust. He said, I would like to attend the concert. I said, Hassan, what concert would you like to attend? He said, I would like to go see The Elements. And I teared up. My son wanted to go see The Elements. And I said, wait, who are The Elements, Hassan? Is it some little white internet group that you've been listening to? Hassan said, no, Father. They're formerly known as Earth, Wind, and Fire. I immediately ran and got them tickets. I wanted to get them tickets for me and my son going to see Earth, Wind, and Fire. He is 11. He's 11 years old when we went to this first concert. Me and him, we going. We get to the concert. Hassan is the youngest person in this whole entire concert. And I know that for facts because I am the second youngest person. Everybody else in that concert? Do you remember? It was so much oxygen in that goddamn concert. Old people rolling in with that. Where my seat at? There's a lot of oxygen. And I'm in there terrified because Earth, Wind, and Fire got all type of pyro shit going on, and I'm moving people oxygen cord. Get down out the way. Get your explosive ass from in the front. That's my son's first concert. Responsible, he with me. Back to my father. My dad is telling me this story, and he telling me in detail. He said, man, I'm getting ready for the concert. And I'm in there, I'm I'm getting ready for the concert. And my daddy is going to see his favorite group, Parliament. He's going to see Parliament, and this is his group. This is when George Clinton was Dr. Funkenstein. Yeah, this is when he would come out of a mothership. And he come out and his hair was crazy. He had on boots. He come out. I'm thinking he kicked the door open first. He come out. My daddy said he is getting ready for this concert. Got his outfit on. He walking out the door and he walked out and he latched. He had this gate. He closed the gate and he said he hit a step. He said and he turned around and I am on the hood of his car. He said, your mama done left you on the hood of the car unattended, nigga, unattended. My daddy said he was pissed. He said, I'm mad as hell. I'm calling your mama. She ain't answering the phone. It's 20 minutes into the concert. I said, shit. I got my outfit on already. My daddy said he ran upstairs. He had no intentions on wearing no leather trench coat. He said he went upstairs and got his trench coat. He put me in the car. They get to the place, which was the Astrodome. This concert was being held at the Astrodome. And man, he said he holding me and he looking for a weak link at the tickets. He say he see this dude that he think ain't paying attention that called. My daddy say, get on my back real quick and hold on tight and don't say nothing. He say, my daddy came up, I had to play him good. I come up, we want the funk. Gotta have that. What was up? You good? What was up there? He said, he danced his way backwards into the arena. We want the funk. He got me in the concert and then let me down. He said he got to where his little section was, because they didn't have seats. They had it was just open. He said, you wanna know how you got on my shoulders? I said, hey man, I don't want to know this story no more. He says, I'm in the goddamn concert, and then the mothership land, they come out, boom, 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 boom. Everybody going crazy. They smoking weed. Everybody smoking weed. And he said, he in there, weed, gotta have that funk. Then he said he in there dancing, and he turned around and said, what the hell is my damn son? We want the funk. And he said he looked down this road. He said this white man was throwing me up in there. We want the funk. My daddy said he danced over there. He said, that's how I end up on his neck. He said, the whole concert, I'm on his neck. And he said, and you up there just high as hell. And I know I was high because my neck was loose as hell in that picture. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Something wrong with my daddy. The deal is this. I tell these stories to people so they can be grateful for the time that you shared with your parent, whether they was good or whether they was bad. Because let me tell you something. February 14th, 2018. Days before my first special came out, usually I don't answer the phone when I land somewhere. I wait till I get to my hotel room. This particular time, my pops called me when I landed in LA. I answered the phone. I said, man, what's going on? He said, man, I just called to check on Hassan's chess game. Because my daddy played chess. I've been playing since I was 6. And he had met my son, and he was trying to teach Hassan to play chess, and he wanted me to keep playing with him. So he called to check on his chess game. And I said, man, when I get back, I'm gonna spend some time playing with him. He said, man, you do that, man. You make sure you do that. And then he's about to get off the phone. And I never feel like a kid with my dad, but my special was about to come out, and I asked him, I said, hey, man, did you see the trailer for my special? And he said, now, you know damn well I saw this trailer for your special. But that little Michael Jackson spin you did on there, I said, that's player. I said, man, I appreciate you. Now, that's on the 13th. That was on the 13th. I am flying back to Houston the next day, because I just went out to LA to do some press. My alarm is set for 3 o'clock to get up. My phone keeps going off, and I get up. I said, damn, my alarm is tripping. But it's not my alarm. It's Joanne, and Joanne is calling me. And I answered the phone. I said, what's up, Joanne? It's early in the morning. She said, baby, I want to tell you something about your father. I said, what's wrong with him? I just talked to him like hours ago. He said, baby, your father had a heart attack and passed. Right before my special came out. And this is exactly what I said. I said, February 14th, I said, boy, this a cold nigga right here. Because my daddy knew that I hated Valentine's Day. And we talked about all the time how much I hated Valentine's Day. I said, this nigga gonna die on Valentine's Day. Now I got to remember this shit. And I looked up, I said, boy, you a cold nigga, man. And what's crazy, when I was getting ready to walk out the hotel, a dude came by playing We Want the Funk. And I said, that's all right. Because I was so grateful for the times that I spent with him. The moral of this story, my father, make sure y'all be grateful to the people that you love all the time, because you never know how long you got with them. Ali Siddiq, thank y'all, Detroit.